Hello, everybody. Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to chat a little bit about men's skincare. So if you have any questions, I would love for you to ask them tonight. We're here for you. So whatever it is that you want to know, we're going to answer them for you. So yeah, and we did wait until after Mark Ashley's presentation, which was absolutely amazing. So we've got a fun night in store for you. Not only did we hear from Mark, you're going to hear from us now about men's skincare, and then we're actually going to do another webinar after this about how to build your online community. But for those of you tuning in, men's skincare is growing at such a large rate. And in fact, I've been actually doing a lot of research, and skincare sales in general have been growing worldwide, even with everything going on. So you guys are in the right place for sure. So men ages 35 to 44, especially dads, will drive the overall skincare market. So it's perfect that we have you, Don.
Yeah, I'm ready.
He's on the upper echelon of that. He's 44 this year, so. I'm just
getting warmed up. Listen, I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm just here to get pampered by my wife, and that's why I'm here.
I think that's a good deal. I think that's a really good deal.
And you know, she told me that she was gonna massage me and stuff. So let's see.
I'm doing a skin treatment.
Oh, a skin treatment. Okay.
I love it. That's why I said don't be too loud, because my husband might make his way in here and be like, what are you doing? Can I do that too? But you guys, like, take this time to not only, you know, think about yourself with self-care, but also the men. Men need to focus on their skin as well. Their skin structure is very different than women's. In fact, men's skin is actually typically about 25% thicker. It's usually tougher in texture, and it has more oil production with it as well. So they usually have smaller pores and very sensitive skin. So I think the first thing that you're going to be using tonight is the Leigh Raeder Ohms Cleansing Gel.
Okay, am I getting in position?
Yes. So
all right,
you probably know Don Martin here, but
I'm getting my face washed and shaven right now.
I have to say, he's been working really hard. He's been showing the plan nonstop. In fact, he just did 3 plan showings back to back. We haven't even fed our kids dinner. They're running around crazy.
Or me, I haven't eaten dinner, but I have been eating a lot since we've been home, so I could miss a meal or two and be fine.
So
I think you deserve it. I do think you deserve it.
I have a warm washcloth here. I have never done this before, disclaimer, but we are keeping it real and having fun.
You know what I love about that, though, is you don't have to be an esthetician to treat your man to a little pampering.
Exactly.
And what I love about the cleansing gel that you're using is it actually has cucumber extract, which can invigorate the senses, but it's also great to use for shaving. So for any of you guys out there that, you know, shave on a regular basis, go ahead and grab the cleanser, and, you know, not only can use it to cleanse your face, but you can also use it as that shaving product.
It's the best thing I've ever used for shaving. It's like, honestly, for shaving, it's like I shave not only under my beard here, but obviously my whole head. It's legitimately sincerely, like liquid silk. It's the best product of anything I've ever used.
Hashtag liquid soap.
That's right.
Liquid soap. And it does come in a pretty nice size bottle as well. Yeah. So, I mean, I think the value on it's great, and it's a great consistency. So definitely want to check it out. But it is also regenerating too. So it does calm a little bit. It does have calendula and horsetail extract in it as well. So it does have a lot of botanicals in. So Jack said that he's been using it exclusively as well.
Okay, Don's teaching. I have never done this before. He's teaching me go down, halfway down, and then up, switch directions. This is complicated.
Yeah, you have to go against the grain or else you get ingrown hairs.
So people are asking what product. It's actually the Leigh Raeder Ohms Cleansing Gel.
Down here.
And the packaging is great too. It's perfect for men. So I know I actually live in a household of all men, and they appreciate that, you know, they actually have something now that's not, you know, all girly for them. So But I actually use it too for some things as well. So it doesn't have to be just for men. In fact, I love how it smells. It doesn't have a very powerful smell. It's just very clean and, like I said, soothing.
I'm being extra careful by his jugular here.
That's right. Watch my jugular.
Yeah, you might want to be careful.
By the way, these are shopping annuity razors, right? So y'all can get those. Okay. So we're gonna do another washcloth and rinse off the cleanser.
Rinse it, yep.
Next, after we remove the cleanser,
then you're gonna grab the restoring serum.
this is really hot.
Ah, holy moly.
And we can go back and clean up the places I missed. We don't need anything traumatic happening on live video today.
No, we don't want that.
But it does always feel good when someone else is pampering you.
Oh, you missed the spot.
Yeah. They'll keep me here for 4 more hours.
Right. I think we're gonna have to do this every day.
So
Yeah, you could get used to this.
They're similar packaging. So we have a beard elixir, which we're going to showcase too. But right now we're going to do the restoring serum.
Yes. And the restoring serum it's amazing. It actually restores moisture and balance to the complexion. And I like how you're actually putting that all over, because you definitely can use it. And don't forget your neck. You know, you really want to put all your serums and moisturizers there as well. But this lightweight serum actually penetrates deep, promoting elasticity and creating a smoother and more even appearance. So
it smells awesome. Yeah, this is really nice.
Yeah, I know you haven't been using it.
I haven't used. No, this is the only one I haven't tried of the whole Ohms line. So this is like, it makes me feel a little manlier.
There you go.
And it actually does have soothing properties for sensitive skin as well, because men, when they shave, their skin can get very sensitive. So it's important to use things that will help that. But it does have brighteners in it as well. So, you know, I always teach my clients that one pump is really all you need for the entire face. You don't really need more than that. It does go a long way. I like to kind of work it in my fingers and then just kind of gently work it onto the skin. Now we do have a brand new product, and this is what Lisa's going to be using next. This is the Lumiere de Vie Ohms Firming Eye Serum.
He does like this.
I love this stuff.
Yes, this stuff is great. It actually has a metal applicator on it, which is really soothing to the under eye area. This is a little bit cool on the skin, so when you apply it, it's going to help with, you know, any puffiness, any fatigue around the eyes. But it actually does have ingredients in which will help with dark circles, which, you know, is an issue. As we age, our skin is going to get a little bit thinner below our eyes. So we want to use things specifically for the eye area, because it has special ingredients for that fragile skin. So the skin around your eyes is actually 10 times thinner than the rest of your face. So I've been using this as well. So again, not just for men, it's great for women as well. So helps tighten the skin, brighten the skin, and also reduces the appearance of wrinkles and dark spots. So who doesn't want that?
Absolutely. And you know, I noticed, I love that it has that applicator attached. We have some incredible eye creams and some of our other skincare lines as well, but that's just like nice and quick and easy, and that the metal keeps it cool, you know?
Yeah, and here's the thing. You can actually not only use it underneath your eye, but you can go right up on your brow bone too. I wouldn't go anywhere below that, but you can actually use it all around the eye. Just avoid your eyelid area, because as you age, you know, you kind of, that starts to loosen and droop a little bit on most people.
Are you drooping yet, Don?
No. No drooping here.
Just less is more with all these products, so you don't need to like put a lot of pressure when you're using this. You just want to.
It just feels, because it's like cool, it feels really good. It like, it's like nice and like cooling around the eye while you're applying. It's great.
And what I like to do is I like to squeeze a little bit out on the applicator, and then I actually turn it over and use the other side to go around. That way I don't have more product coming out of the container than I need. And so do you have the Tiger's Eye roller?
If I do, it's not in
Okay.
reach.
We have that.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
I'm actually rearranging my office and cleaning and purging, so I'm not sure where it is at this moment. I think I have the jade one. Let me see if that's right here.
No, I don't want jade. I want Tiger's Eye.
Well, you can talk about it, Leigh.
It's not tough enough. I need some manly stuff.
Well, the problem is my kids take them. They think they're toys,
They do.
you know? And so I'm not sure where it is. But the rollers are really nice. You can use them in conjunction with the serum, right? Or,
yeah, actually, we have a Tiger's Eye roller for the men. Like Don said, they want their own tool. They want a manly tool, and so it's made from Tiger's Eye stone, and it will, if you use it, it will help the product penetrate deeper into the layers of skin. You can actually use it daily. You can use it after you put your serum on. The stones are very cooling to the skin as well, so it's going to help with any puffiness, and so great around the eye area. It does have two sides. One is a little bit longer than the other. You want to use the smaller side around the eye area. I travel with my rollers because every time I travel, my skin gets a little fatigued. It's usually really dry on the airplanes and in the hotels that I'm at. So I like to bring, you know, my serums and a little bit more moisturizer and always use my roller because it just makes my skin feel good when I travel. So just a little tip for all of you. All right, so now we're to the Lumiere de Vie Homme Hydrating Aloe Cream.
Oh, I have that in my hand. Should I have done the aloe cream first? Let's do beard cream. I have that on my finger.
Oh, okay. You can do that too. So Lisa's actually using the beard elixir. It's called the Lumiere de Vie Homme Conditioning Beard Elixir. And, you know, I educate people that beard hair usually is a little bit more coarse. And so we can actually use products like this to help soften all of the hair. Some men, as they grow, and you guys got to admit that facial hair is really on trend right now. So a lot of men do have some form of facial hair. And I've heard from a lot of my male clients that everything they've used in the past has been kind of like greasy or oily. This one is not like that at all, which is why we call it an elixir and not an actual oil. But it does have ingredients in such as, you know, olive oil, argan oil, safflower oil, and all sorts of things that are going to help soften the beard, give it shine, but it also helps the skin underneath. So I don't know if you've ever had this done, but I know my husband, he'll sometimes get really dry skin underneath his beard. So this will kind of help moisturize that and just make it a lot more supple underneath. And
it smells great too. Like it smells tough, and it makes me feel tougher when I put it on instead of less tough. That sometimes some other products on the market could kind of and
some men will actually have hair breakage on their beard, so it will help that. It'll just help it be a lot smoother. And I know from a woman's perspective, it's a lot better on my face too when my husband uses it as well.
Well, it's funny because Lisa actually requested the beard because she liked, I've never had a beard. We've been married for 12 years and I never had a beard before.
I'm a fan of facial hair.
And she liked facial hair. And then literally I took about a week to grow it. And then instantly she started making me use a beard oil. And then I realized it was just a ploy to get more BV out of me. So a lot of
That's a good idea, but I'm just going to give all the ladies out there a little hint. I actually use the beard oil in my hair, just a couple drops, and it just makes your hair really soft and shiny. I do have a little bit more coarser hair, so if you have finer hair, I would just use a little bit less. If you have coarser hair, you can use a little bit more, but still wonderful and not oily, not, you know, won't weigh my hair down. So I like it for that.
It feels great. Like it feels really awesome.
I was reading through some questions trying to make sure that we're getting everyone answers. And some of you were saying if you're older, you know, is it okay to use? Yes. I mean, Leigh mentioned earlier that the target market of men that are looking for skincare products are, what, like 30 to 44, I think. But these products are formulated and they're great for any age. They're great for aging because with the serums, these have all the active ingredients that Leigh is talking about. And less is more. I think someone was asking about how much to use as well. So less is more. Usually one pump is suffice. The other question I saw was how long to wait in between.
Yeah, that's a good question. So you always want to wait for everything to absorb before you move on to the next product. So depending on your skin, that can really vary. So good rule of thumb is just put it on, and when your skin is dry, you can move on to the next step. Yeah. Usually, I feel like the restoring serum actually does absorb into the skin pretty fast. And so once that's absorbed in, then you can follow up with the hydrating aloe cream, which, by the way, is one of my favorite hydrators. It's not really thick, it's not greasy or oily, it's just a very nice light cream, but it is very hydrating. So it does have some ingredients in which will help soothe irritated skin post-shave, because again, even if they're growing facial hair, they might have some spots where they are still shaving. And of course, you can work this into the rest of the skin. It also has ingredients in which are going to improve elasticity.
But wait, there's more.
I'm ready. It's about time.
I'm like, oh, I thought it was maybe done.
That was a little too quick. I'm ready for more. Here we go. Come on.
So I saw someone asked, is this, good for around the eyes? You actually want to use our under eye treatment for around the eyes. And then when you put the moisturizer on, you want to stop right at that point. So usually our eye cream, we're going to put on our bone right here around our eyes, and our hydrating, our hydrator, our lotion is going to stop there. So remember when I said earlier that the skin around our eyes is very different. So that's why it's really important to use different products on different parts of our face for that reason. The other thing about the hydrating aloe cream is it does have things in which are going to help improve elasticity and smoothness for younger looking skin. Who doesn't want that, right? I know that that's definitely what Don wants.
Oh, good.
Don wants all the anti-aging younger looking skin.
Yeah.
Hey, what about my upper lids? What can I put on that? Is there stuff for that? Because I was curious about that.
So you really don't want to put products on your upper lids. By putting it on your brow, some will kind of seep down a little bit, but you do definitely want to go, around here, because usually that's where people are going to see the signs of aging first. If you do use your finger to put it on, of course, you want to make sure your hands are clean, but I suggest you use your ring finger and then just kind of like tap around your brow and around here, and you'd be surprised at how fast that tightens up. I know on myself, I've seen a lot of results where I'm not having as much hooding in my eyes. I'm actually a lot older than I look. So we have good products. I can contest that.
So tap it around the brow line, but not on the lid itself, just the brow line, and it kind of can help lift it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Nice.
So I just want to go over the routine one more time, because I know a lot of people usually have questions on the order of the products. So again, you want to cleanse morning and night. Even if you're in the shower, I know a lot of guys are like, oh, I just figure whatever, runs from my shampoo is good enough for my face. No, you want to use products that are specifically designed for, your face. So definitely cleanse in the shower. And then after cleansing, you want to put on your face serum, your restoring serum. Once that is absorbed in, you want to follow up with the hydrating aloe cream. And then once you have, that, you can use the roller either after the serum, the Tiger's Eye roller, or after your moisturizer. It just really comes down to preference. Mm-hmm. And then you can use the eye serum twice a day. And then you can use the conditioning beard elixir as well.
Mm-hmm. So a couple of the other questions were, is this, a comprehensive enough skin system, I guess, or regimen? And the answer is yes. However, you can certainly piece in additional treatment products if you want. So we have the restoring serum here, but I think I saw somebody mentioning the fading fluid, which is an incredible product. And that helps with hyperpigmentation, even rosacea and eczema, things like that.
I have a question, but I hear you guys say this. So what about men for this? You all say cleanse, tone, moisturize. Mm-hmm. What about
the treatment.
a toner for the men? Is that a toner?
Oh.
Yeah, I love using our pH normalizer by the Skin Intelligence line. But we would love to come out with a toner. In fact, I hope that we will be able to kind of add to this line, because I think it's really important for men to use some type of a toner, especially because they are shaving. And with cleansing, you want to bring your skin back to a normal pH before you put on your other products. So pH normalizer is one of those products I have all over my house. It works for so many different things. I like to spray it on my entire body even after getting out of the shower. You can even use that in your hair as a light conditioner. But like Lisa said, the great thing about all of our skincare products is they can all be used together and interchangeable, so we can really customize like the perfect regimen for each person. We're not stuck to just using specific products for each and every one, because at the end of the day, their skin is very different. And that's another tip I have right now. You know, I live in Wisconsin. It's still really cold here. People have really dry skin right now. And so men should also consider, you know, doing some more hydrating things like our Lumaid V sheet mask that we have, hydrating sheet mask. Yeah. It's so much moisture. In fact, I just did one on Sunday, and you wake up and your skin just feels so good the next morning. But when layering each product, like I said, just make sure you let everything absorb really well. The shinier you go to sleep, the dewier you'll wake up. So don't be afraid to layer those products on more at night. I suggest my clients use the majority, if they're going to use additional serums and things, to use them at night, because that's when your body does a lot of regenerating, is when we sleep. So kind of slather it on and let your skin absorb it. And so you're going to be looking good when you wake up tomorrow, Don.
I feel good. And here's the moisturizer. This is the toner that I use. I use the Skin Intelligence Normalizer. I love it because it's light and it just makes you, I don't know, it says a calmingness to it or something about it from the.
Yeah, there's chamomile and lavender.
Lemongrass. Yeah, so all sorts of things in there.
Asking, you would wash your face. You would use the toner.
Yes.
I do know they're working on a toner for the OMS line, but in the interim, you can absolutely use the Skin Intelligence. You could use any of our other toners as well, but I think with the ingredients, that specific one with our Skin Intelligence line complements it very well.
Exactly.
And then you have the treatment. So we have the restoring serum. If you wanted to pair it with serum concentrate or the needle-free serum or any vitamin C, anything else that we have, you could certainly do that. With serums, the rule of thumb is usually the sheerest texture to the thickest texture.
Yep.
So, you know, you can kind of see that when you pump that out. So if you would like to layer multiple serums, you can. But again, less is best. You don't want to add too much, and you also want to give it sufficient time to dry. I think Jax or someone mentioned Pentaxel, and I agree. I know Don loves this product.
On my head, too. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And your hands.
And hands.
It works really great on your hands, too.
It's very, like, rich and luxurious, and it has a little bit of a pepperminty effect to it. So a lot of people feel like it's a moisturizer just because of the texture, but it's actually a treatment. Yep. And it's best if you warm it up, and when you apply it, you want to make sure that you're activating it and really working it into your skin. So if you're layering serums, this would be last.
Yeah. And we do have, I know I am holding this up so you guys can see this, but we do have regimen guides that you can actually print off and have. I love it because it actually has the order of all the products, you know, everything in order here. So if you do forget, you can just have this. Now, if you are watching this and you're wondering, how do I know, you know, I know they're bringing up all these different products and serums. We do virtual consultations. So whoever invited you to watch this, reach out to them and see if you can set up a virtual consultation with them so they can ask you some more questions and, you know, put together a regimen specifically for you, your lifestyle, and your skin type.
Yeah.
If I can just say something real quick, the most important thing I think about skincare for men, because most of the time, even me for a while, I'm like, I don't need skincare. A lot of guys think I don't need skincare. Skincare is something where you don't know you need it until you need it, and you had to start before you needed it. So
exactly.
you know, start before you need it, and then you won't need it. And you know, versus trying to just, it's kind of like changing oil in your car.
Yeah.
Change oil before it needs to be changed, so then you don't have problems later.
That's a good analogy. That's a really good analogy. Yeah, the aloe hydrating cream is a moisturizer. I saw somebody ask that. And I'm looking at Facebook just to make sure we answer all the questions there. Yeah. So thanks for tuning in with us on Facebook as well as on our Zoom webinar. And you can continue to
watching. Make sure that you get your woman to agree that if you're willing to try and use a product, that they pamper you every once in a while. I'm just saying. That could be your negotiating chip.
You're pampered every day.
I love it. I love it.
Yes, men should listen up. There was a question on that regimen guide that Leigh showed you. We have incredible marketing materials available for all business owners through your back office. So you can go under support materials and find that. It's great to print out and give to any customers. If you go on the website, of course, there's so much information on the Lumiere TV website as well as the shop.com website. You can click on every product, all the ingredients, everything Leigh was talking about is all on the website for you to sort of self-educate that way. And I just want to reiterate a point that Leigh made, which is, you know, right now we're all sort of adjusting to a new norm. And if you are a business owner, you should do some virtual consultations with your clients and have fun. I'm not an expert. I'm not an esthetician. You know, but the products work, and there's tools that teach you how to apply it properly. You can certainly share this video with your friends, and if you have questions, we do have a Motive Skincare official pro partner page. So if you're a business owner with us, you should hop on that Facebook group, because that's our support group for anyone who's wanting to learn more about skincare or major in skincare as a business. And we'll be happy to support you and answer questions there as well.
Yeah, and the other thing
thanks for having me, Leigh. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being our guinea pig.
I need to go do a webinar, but you guys have a great night. And
well, we do too, actually.
Yeah, you guys have to. But I think this might be just the thing I needed to, you know, get the next sale.
I mean, you need a cleaner shave going on there.
It's all right.
I didn't want to get you.
Yeah, you might have to just, you know, adjust that a little bit. Thanks, Don. But the other thing that I just wanted to tell everybody is we do have some skincare trainings coming up that are online through Zoom. And so you can actually find that where you normally would find trainings, but they're all done on Zoom. Right now, all the trainings are half the price that they usually are because they are done online. So either go on the GMTSS, or you can go in our Motives Cosmetics official pro partners group and look in events for those. Right now is a great time to kind of just get better product knowledge about all of our skincare products. And we actually teach on how to do a consultation, what questions to ask, and then how to kind of go through and determine what products to recommend to the client.
Absolutely. And the last thing I wanted to mention that I had Dawn use since we were here is this is my little stand of the men's line, but I love our cannabiquin product here. It has full spectrum hemp oil in it. So I love to take this supplement at night. It helps me relax, sleep really, really good. So that's something you should check out too.
That's a really good tip, because I've been taking that as well before I go to sleep, and I've been personally sleeping a lot better. I know right now it's just a stressful time for everybody, and I just feel when I take it, it just kind of calms me just a little bit, not to the point where, you know, I'm tired or anything, just kind of gives me just a overall calming feeling, which I think a lot of people could use right now. So yeah.
We'll see some of you at 10. We're going to do another broadcast on creating an online community for your customers so we can support them virtually during these times. But thank you for joining us, and seeing you guys soon.
Thanks, everybody. Bye. Have a good night.